Sorry.
I'm Oliver.
I'm Ciara. You need anybody?
How many secrets can you see?
And you don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
No, why wouldn't I tell you?
Have you no idea that you're in deep?
Because whoever he is, he's not good for you.
What we got here? Body in a bathtub.
Wonder what he was.
You gotta stop calling him a he. He could be a she.
Have you got color in your cheeks?
Last night, someone posted a fire alarm.
This feels connected. Like the killer coming back to the scene.
Have you no idea that you're in deep?
So do you like secrets?
No. I like reveals.
He's not who you think he is.
Yes, he is. She seems innocent, naive.
My only job is to sort out what happened to that human in that bathtub.
Ever since I met you, my life has spun out of control.
It's like they were obsessed with each other. I'm not sure which one of them was more demented.
She is telling a very morbid story here. I'm gonna get you.
Not if I get you first.
Cause there's this tune I found that makes me think of you somehow. Crawling back to
Some people are just meant to be together.
Welcome back to the SWAU's official channel. I'm Bryan, your host, and this is a conversation with the stars. And what a star. My guest has killed zombies and taken on the Flash and even starred opposite Bruce Willis. And now she is set to star in the much anticipated new series on Prime, 56 Days. It's Megan Peta Hill. Megan, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the introduction. That was lovely.
Oh, do you know what? I could go on because your credits are enormous. And, before we actually talk about 56 Days, I want to chat about the premiere of the actual show, because you went to the premiere, obviously, and this is a picture of you at the premiere coming up on the screen. Look at that. Look how glamorous you are in that picture. And this was
I look a lot different now I'm home.
and this was, the premiere was at the Hammer Museum, if I'm right in saying. Please say it's not a museum just full of hammers. Why is it called the Hammer Museum? Because I saw it and I thought, what?
Well, this was my question too. When we got the official invitation, I was like, a museum for hammers? Like, you have me intrigued now, sir. I need to see all these different variety of hammers. No, I believe it's named after a person. But the venue is phenomenal. That's like, there's a theater in there and there's all these different there's an atrium, and it's a beautiful spot for having the premiere for sure.
And would you say this is probably the most glamorous premiere you've been to date?
Definitely, by far, without a doubt. And, I feel like a lot of times actors are very cool and calm and confident at these things, but I was shaking like a leaf underneath it, and I don't mind saying so publicly. There was a lot of acting like I knew what I was doing with the red carpet and all of that. It was just at another level that I hadn't experienced before.
I can imagine it's a long day as well. It's not just a quick turn up, get out the car, have a few drinks. I mean, how long is an actual day? Give us all the goss on the inside of, attending a premiere.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I wonder if it's different for men than for women, but good Lord, it was like a whole day fiasco before the event actually started at 6. I mean, I think I was staying with a friend of mine in LA, and we did sneak out for a coffee during the morning, but otherwise it was like the nails, the hair, the makeup, the making sure the dress was steamed, and then finalizing which jewelry and all of that. And yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
Well, you would say it's easier for the men, but funny story, I got an invite to the Superman premiere in London, and I thought originally that I would be in one of the pens. So I phoned up my mate Dan Fudge. I said, look, do you want to come to a premiere? We both turned up in jeans, T-shirt, just casual looking. And then when we got there, they gave us a wristband and explained that we're on the red carpet with James Gunn and David Corn Sweat, and we turned up and we were thinking, oh dear, we're so underdressed. It was hilarious. But I am going to the premiere of Ready or Not 2. So I'm gonna be prepared for that one. I might get a 3-piece suit or whatever. But
I was gonna say, are you gonna swing the other way now? Are you gonna go
Probably.
overdressed? Full
Top hat.
tails and everything.
Yeah, top hat,
Yeah.
cane.
Yeah. Cane.
I need advice because from the videos and the social media I've seen from you for the premiere, 56 days, you're on the carpet, people are taking photos. Do you rehearse the poses? Or do you ever stand there and think, oh my God, what do I look like? Am I doing the right face? Which camera am I looking at? What is that like to be in that position?
It's it's exactly the chaos in my head that you imagine it would be, especially like in the moment. And I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely put the dress on and was like, okay, does this pose work? Does this pose work? Because like a different pose is gonna work for a different dress. You just don't know. And also, this dress had a leg slit, so I was very excited about that. So you gotta try popping the leg and whatnot. But when you're actually, well, for me anyway, when I was actually on the red carpet and there's just so many cameras and so many people and everyone's like, Megan, over here, over here. All I'm thinking in the videos that are out there, all I'm thinking is, what do I do with my hands? Like, what do I do with these things that are attached to me? And it doesn't matter how much, you prepare and you try different things. When you're actually there, you're like, I have these appendages and I don't know what to do with them.
But you know what? From the videos, you did an amazing job. But I couldn't think of anything worse than people going up to where they take the photographs and then no one shouts your name or no one knows who you are. But I suppose you've got
the wrong name. Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose you've got to fake it before you make it. So as long as you look important, that's my aim when I go to this premiere. So let's talk about 56 Days because the trailer is giving me a bit of like vibes of like 50 Shades, but then like a murder mystery. It's got me, into it now. I really want to watch it. It comes out tomorrow on the 18th of Feb. So if you can tell us a bit about, well, again, we spoke before we recorded of what things you can and can't say. If you could tell us a bit about what the show is about in your own words and whom you play.
Absolutely. So I'm quite limited in what I'm able to say because every character in this has secrets. Everybody is angling at something that's not quite public. And so there's a lot of twists and turns. Like even at the end of the first episode, the end of the pilot, there's quite a big reveal. So there's not a whole lot I can say about those things, but it's like a neurotic, romantic thriller murder mystery. It jumps around a timeline of 56 days, as I'm sure you can imagine. So we kind of jump between present day, where there are police officers trying to solve a murder, and we don't know who was murdered because it's been this body's been decomposing in a bathtub. So we can't figure out who that person is. And then we're also bounced back to 56 days ago. In this whole window of time, we sort of reveal everything that happened. So the whole 8 episodes that are all dropping on tomorrow, it's sort of trying to figure out who the murderer is and who was murdered. So yeah, it's a good twisty turn tale. Yes. And
who do you play?
Yes, I play Dove Cameron's sister in the show. So I play a character called Shyla. She is rough and like anybody's surprised. The last time I was here and we were talking, I was like a rough and tough character, and here we are again. And it was actually really cool. My character, she's sort of covered in tattoos, and she drinks and she smokes and she swears, and she's very, very rough. So it was quite the transformation. So I'm a little nervous for everybody to see it, to be honest.
Oh, do you know what? I cannot wait. So when this role came up, what was it about Shyla that really, made you say, you know what, I want this role. I really need it.
Yeah, I actually think with Shyla in particular, on the page she reads so rough, but underneath all of that is this huge love that she has for her sister and this need to protect her. And again, I can't say too much, but like in our childhood, all these things happened. And so Shyla, as the big sister, feels the need to sort of parent her and make sure that she's okay. And she'll do anything to protect her sister. It's so hard not giving away spoilers. You know, you kind of like dancing around the
Do you know, I'm
plot
going to
a
look
little
back
bit.
and go, oh, now I know what she means. So,
I
so this
see.
is like part
Yes.
one, and then viewers need to watch it, and then they'll understand. You know, you're giving the
That's exactly
first
right.
clue, so that's fine.
That's
That is
exactly right.
fine.
Yeah.
That is fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, actors they sort of learn from different roles, not only by them, you know, from themselves, but also about the role as well. What is it about Shyla that you learn about yourself? Because you know, playing these characters, you get deep down in the character. But what did you take away personally from playing Shyla?
Yeah, that's honestly such a good question. I'm really glad you asked. I've been doing this since I was a kid, and I'm starting to realize, and you know, I'm on my own spiritual journey, figuring out like what I believe and how I feel the universe works and whatnot. But it's just been interesting that certain characters come to you in certain times of your life when you need to learn something. And I was lucky enough to get, you know, 5, 6 months playing Shyla, and you know, I think I was at a place in my life where I needed to be able to stand on my own 2 feet and needed to be strong and needed to know that I could take care of myself. And I didn't, you know what I mean? And I needed to learn that for myself. And so I think spending 6 months with her, where she's so independent and so strong and just this force of nature, that piece of her I needed to find in myself. And yeah, it was actually a really profound experience.
And with this show, you mentioned at the beginning of not being able to say much stuff. So when you were filming it,
Hmm.
how secretive did everything have to be? Because as you said, there's lots of twists and turns. And from the trailer alone, it's going to be a wild ride for the viewer. So for you filming it, what was it like to have to keep secrets and did you know like literally the whole story and how it's going to be, or did you get given like sort of scripts episode by episode?
Yeah, it was great question. We were kept in the dark a lot, and so and what's really cool too, because this is obviously based on the book by the same name. They made a lot of changes from the book to the show. So if
Oh,
you've read the book, and if you haven't, I highly recommend. It will not spoil the who done it of the series. They've changed things significantly. And so we actually didn't know who the body was in the tub. We didn't know who the murderer was. And so we were only getting sort of drip fed the scripts as the writers were writing them. And so about, you know, episode 5 or 6, the script comes out, and I was like, I've got it. I figured it out. I know who done it. And I went and I talked to the showrunners one day, and I like pitched them my idea. I was like, okay, I think it was this person, and here's why, and here's how they did it. And they're like, cool. No. So,
oh.
so we didn't even know making it, like, did I do it? Did she do it? Like it was interesting. It was interesting. Yeah, but they were very secretive. Like there was code names on everything. Like it was very, very hush hush. They've definitely protected the integrity of the secret and the mystery really well.
Please say there was a WhatsApp group between you all coming up with theories, or like there was a bookie taking money going, yeah, I think it's this person. I mean, did you have theories on set with each other, like with the cast, or were they certain cast members that knew, or did everyone, you know, not
I
know?
think I think Dove and Avon knew,
How
and I
dare they?
believe yeah, and then I think that's all I'm gonna say, because I can't reveal anymore. But yeah, I think only they knew. Maybe one other person. But yes, it was
Oh,
very top secret. Yeah, which is wild because, you know, as an actor, bringing this character to life, like I kind of want to know if I did it or not, you know, or if it's me that's in the tub or not. But yeah, I totally understand though. They've done such a good job of keeping this secret, and so it'll be great. I think the fans are really going to love the binging of it, you know, come tomorrow. So
but looking back now, knowing obviously you're not going to say anything, but do you feel it would have been better to have known or not known, in the way of your character progression, your character arc, and other people's arcs? Do you think it's good to be kept in the dark for that creative process of the story?
mm. I think typically I would say yes, because a story will like typically unfold sort of chronologically, and so your character doesn't know what they're going to do 6 months from now, quite, usually. But in this particular instance, because we're bouncing around the timeline all the time, we go between like present day when the crime has happened and then 56 days ago when it all begins. And so Shyla kind of already does know in a weird way. And I don't know. So I think it would have been helpful in some ways, but as a fan enjoying the ride while we were making it, it was nice to get the reveal.
And then we talk about the cast, and you mentioned two of the casts just there. Dove, we will recognise, a lot of parents out there will recognise from Disney, and I don't know if she's going to go back to Disney after this show because from the trailer, it's as far from Disney as you could get. To be fair, but she is definitely making waves. What is it like working with cast like that? I mean, Avon, I saw him in Ghost Wars, which he was phenomenal in that, and he's just like blossomed. He's just this genetic perfection of a man, and even I'm looking at him thinking, I've got questions. But what was it like working with them and the other cast on the show?
Brilliant. They were just in a league of their own, and when you're working with people of that caliber, it just forces you to bring your A game, and it's like that thing where people say, if you want to get really good at something, like go play tennis against someone who's better than you. And so it just felt like each episode everyone was upping their game, and so it was really cool. There's some really spicy, delicious, fun scenes in the last couple of episodes that I think will be really fun for people to enjoy. But Dove is just a force of nature. She's so bright and she's so creative and she's so kind, and Avon, yes, just a phenomenal human and just so sweet. But yeah, honestly, it's such a fully rounded out cast. Like, we've got actors coming in just for 1 or 2 episodes who just are phenomenal. They just fit the puzzle perfectly, and I just think they did such a good job.
And then when we talk about episodes, I know that you can't say anything, but have you got a favourite episode, or can you not say?
Well, I actually haven't seen it yet. I've only seen the first episode. I know.
Right.
I know.
What?
So I'm going to get the big reveal with everybody else come tomorrow. I've only seen the pilot. But from when we were filming, I think for Shyla in particular, episode 7, the second last episode, was my favorite. Yeah.
And is it all coming out in one go? Can we binge it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
absolutely.
That's me not going to work. I cannot wait. I really can't. And then you mentioned tattoos, and you having tattoos. Obviously, they're going to be fake. Hopefully. Did you have a favourite one that they put on? And did you have a say in it?
I didn't get much of a say. We had a number of tattoo tests. So I would go to the makeup trailer and we'd place them and we'd try things and we'd move them around and whatnot. I do personally have one tattoo, and I will keep that mystery there for everybody. I have one very small tattoo, but I went on set for the first time and all the cast and crew are meeting me covered in tattoos. And so a lot of them kind of actually ended up thinking that was just me and these were just mine, and they were cleared for the show and whatnot. And so it ended up as a bit of this game where people were trying to figure out which was the one that was real. I do have a very cool scorpion tattoo. Shyla has this cool scorpion tattoo right down her forearm, which was probably my favorite. But yeah, there's in the pilot episode, it's not really a spoiler, but you do see Shyla from the side, and I've got this one that says "Pain is temporary," so that one's kind of a goodie as well. So yeah,
has it made you think about getting another one? Or
definitely. The thing they say where you get one and then you can't stop, can't stop, won't stop, and then you want to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, I'm all for them. I mean, my girls are quite young, so I'm dreading the day when they get to the age where they're like, Dad, actually, I don't think they'll tell me. I think they'll just do it. But good look to them. I mean, with this show out tomorrow, what is it that you want audiences to take away from the show and from your character as well? I mean, what would you like people to talk about when? If someone mentioned, oh, did you see Shyla? What would you like them to take away from it?
Yeah. It's a really good question because Shyla in some ways is kind of the moral center of it all, which is interesting because you wouldn't see that on the page. She's so rough and and problematic in a lot of ways, but underneath all of it she's kind of this like moral grounding in her own messed up kind of way. But I think, the show itself really kind of chews on the idea of honesty and deception and why we lie and for who do we lie and what's the utility of the lie. And so I think it's a show that really, I mean, you can't two screen this one. You can't be on your phone at the same time because there's little clues all the way through. And I just hope I really just hope it's one of those shows that like is so engaging and so enthralling that you just can't. You don't even feel pulled to look at your phone. You don't feel pulled to
Yeah.
like go put the laundry on. You're just so enthralled in it. So yeah, I hope people just get a really fun, interesting, twisty, turny show that they just are obsessed with.
And that's how I rate shows, is the phone factor. If you see a show and you don't look at your phone, that is a good show. But it's good to know, everyone out there, don't look at your phones when you're watching this show because you might miss something. Did you steal anything from the show? Did you steal any outfits, any props, anything?
The show. I feel like I did, but I can't think. And you asked me this last time, and I
I
feel like
know.
I did the same thing. Is this your go-to question?
You know what? Yeah, because I collect film props and I collect costume. So for me, it's sort of
Oh,
like if I worked on a set, I would be like a magpie. I would be there picking stuff up, from sets and just having them. But I mean, I can understand people that don't, but certain things have sentimental value, and it'll be a memory of working on that show. So,
Yeah.
did you keep anything
I
like
mean, if
scripts or
I
anything like that?
Oh, I definitely keep like when you go to set during the day, like in the morning, in your trailer they have like your call sheet and the script for the day. It's printed out really small, so I definitely keep those as my
Why so
mementos.
small?
I don't know. Saving paper? I don't know. But as you were talking, I just remembered I went to one of the fittings really early on, and we're just trying to like figure out her style and what she wears, and I'm a Converse girl myself. I have like all the different colors of Converse shoes, and I got there and I was wearing just my like super beat up, dirty, gross Converse shoes to the fitting. Anyway, so we're like 2 hours in or whatever, and they're kind of struggling with the shoe situation. And then the designer, she's like, "What are those? Are those ours?" And I was like, "Oh, they're mine. Sorry, they're so gross." She's like, "Can you put them on?" And I was like, Sure." Anyway, so my beat up dirty shoes end up in the show, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna use these, but you know what? We'll order you brand new ones just in case anything happens to these ones." It's like, yes, new Converse
Yes,
shoes.
scored
So,
that.
so I have those, if that helps.
That's cool. That is awesome. You get another pair of Converse out of them. So for everyone watching, tomorrow is the day. 56 days. I cannot wait. Before we bid farewell, I want to know, when are we getting a sequel to We Are Zombies? I know that we said 2 years ago, about hopefully getting a sequel. Is that happening, or is there a possibility?
I'm hopeful. I remain hopeful. As a fan of everything that RKSS does, I remain hopeful. I haven't heard anything yet though. But
Oh,
you know what? Let's call them,
yeah,
And
yeah.
I
We
think if
need
we
it.
started a petition, yeah, yeah. Really, I mean, the state of the world, we need something like that. So there you go.
Exactly. We need to escape for a little bit of some fun zombie action. And then, I don't know if you can say anything on this, but you are currently filming. I don't know if you finished filming with the lovely Kim Coates, who I've had on my show
Yeah.
before, and he's so
No way.
lovely. How is
Yeah.
that gone? Has it been exciting? Can you say
hmm
anything? And any goss that you can give us?
I'm actually still shooting. We have another 2.5 weeks to go. So Kim is phenomenal. What a just like powerful presence that man has. Like so sweet. But you sit opposite him and you're like, I feel intimidated, and you're just sitting there. He's just so I don't know, creative and wonderful, and yeah, it's going really, really well. I don't think I can say anything, but it's going to be great. People are going to love it. So
And that's
I
a
think
film
that's about
called
all I can say.
Remnant, which from this social media, you have got a cop uniform on, if I'm right in saying.
I do. Play a police officer, which is very fun.
And is there a role that you've been dying to take on? Because you've been in literally probably every genre of,
Yeah.
film. Is there a role that maybe we can manifest together for you that you're dying to play?
That's a really good question. You know what? Maybe I think I would like to try my hand at like a period piece. I don't think I've ever done that. I think that could be, I've started Bridgerton, so I'm gonna go and see Wuthering Heights in the cinema, obviously. So I just feel something period piece-y could be interesting. But no, I've been very lucky. Like the types of roles I get to play, I'm just constantly thrilled. And like, Remnant that I'm on right now, when I first read the script, I was like, yeah, I play a character called Jessie, and I'm like, of all the characters in here, she's the dream role for me anyway. And yeah, so I'm just very fortunate. But yeah, if we can manifest some sort of like, petticoat situation, that'd be great. Yeah.
But period dramas, I've got to say, aren't very kind on the women because the outfits are pretty restrictive. It was like torture back then. It was all right for Mr. Darcy,
right.
but not for
Right.
the women. So, Megan, you've got 2.5 weeks to think about what you can steal from set from Remnant. Something to do with Kim Coates. It could be anything. It could be anything. Yes. And the next time we chat about that film, you can show and say, look what I stole. So that is your
Perfect.
challenge.
Done. Okay, great. I will get my Australian thieving hands at the ready. Yep.
Surely not. You've now generalized all of Australia as thieves. Now, not only are they going to have a go at you for the Tim Tam challenge, but now they're going to be saying, right, you think we're all thieves now?
It's a joke, I swear.
Bless.
Descendants of convicts.
I know that is very true, but I'm sure they've changed. I am sure they've changed. But Megan, thank you so much for coming onto the show. I can't wait to watch. And also, quickly, Echo. Where can I watch it? Because I've been seeing it coming up, and I know that we mentioned it when we last spoke that you was working on something of the sort, and I want to see it. Where can I see it?
It's not out publicly yet is the issue. We've just started the festival circuit. So we were just at the Whistler Film Festival, which was great. And so it's sort of a year of chasing festivals. And then after that, it'll end up somewhere. It'll find its home, and then it'll be available to everybody.
We've got to watch out because you've been a busy bee. There is a social media post that you put out about 11 hours ago saying how busy you've been. Quickly, what was you doing in the booth? Can you say?
I can't say.
Oh, damn it.
I know.
It's all right.
The worst answer ever. I feel like I've just spent the last half hour being like, I can't say.
To be fair, I had a guest once that literally every question I asked him about the film, it was like there was someone off camera pointing something at him because he couldn't answer anything. And I'm thinking, what was the point? But it was very lovely. Yeah. Very lovely. I won't say who he was. But no, Megan, it's always been a treat to speak to you. And hopefully we can get you back on for your next film. And I cannot wait to see your Converse on screen and episode 7 for your favourite episode. But I will be binging it and sharing it on social media. But thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you for having me back. It was wonderful. And enjoy the show, guys. I hope you love it.